Hello everybody, my name is Pyrac, and in today's video, I figured I'd finally share the story of how I got relatively okay at Longsword, to the point where I know how to use it and can probably tell someone how to use it, despite still not enjoying using this thing at all. But let's get started, shall we? Let's go fight the monster that I decided to go learn on, and probably one that you should go learn on as well if you haven't already. But you probably have. If you're watching this video, you probably played Longsword already and want to see me suffer, or you're wanting to learn where to get started with Longsword, at least in my opinion. This is just what I recommend. I recommend you go in, fight a Diablos. Just a basic Diablos. Afflicted is obviously better because you still have to try and deal with damage checks, like keeping your uptime, keeping all your damage going and everything like that, keeping your ring up. I did that in the wrong order, but that's okay. But yeah, this lad has very, very telegraphed attacks, and you can learn the combos pretty quick. He does this twice because he's out of in-range, or not. There. Apparently I also need to go fight Diablos a few times. Okay, that's better. But yeah, this is what I learned it on. And I actually did a full stream on it. For those that actually saw it, know that I'm telling the truth. I essentially went through and I just reset it on Diablos over and over and over and over and over again, every single time that I got hit by failing encounter. It's not because I carded, it's just because I got annoyed that I was getting hit repeatedly, which is my problem with Longsword. When you get hit, you lose so much momentum, and obviously serotonin with it, because you've now failed a counter, you've now lost your hit, you've now lost your punish. It's not a good feeling. So, yeah, and that's what I did for, I think I did it for like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, and I did it several days in a row on stream, just to force myself to do it. Now, obviously, you don't need to do that, but Diablos is a decent starter for it, that's for sure. Reverse head slam. I also, of course, knew him pretty well from playing Charge Blade in general, so it wasn't too hard to learn him, because I already kind of did know him. I just had to put it into effect by pressing the right buttons, kind of like with Charge Blade, which is the thing a lot of people seem to struggle with, at least when they're learning it initially, is what inputs to press. So knowing which input to press on a longsword is pretty important, because if you mess up the counter, as I mentioned, kind of just hate using it. At least I do. I severely hate using this thing if I mess up counters repeatedly, because it's the only way it deals damage in this game. Which also isn't technically true, because I've done a video with this weapon where I only used the like regular moveset with no counters, and it was boring. It's very slow, but it is doable. He'll reach me, because he ran cross map basically. Yep, raw. Thank you. Also a decent monster for it, because it gets you to practice in staying in this ring that I just walked out of apparently. Yep, go away. Should be far enough. Cool. Yeah, it gets you to keep practice and stay in this ring. I'll show the build that I went to, or started with initially as well, because this was not my first build. I actually adjusted it to how I have been playing Longsword and what worked best for me. So maybe that can help you out if you're looking at like meta builds and stuff and you're like, I don't know why I keep losing with this build that's apparently really good. Because that's kind of what I did, is I just made one that I knew was good, not necessarily one that worked for me. And that's where the problem started. There. Had to wait for the second hit, but it didn't hit me, that's okay. Okay, just ignore my input. Also, I did buy a new controller for Wilds, so that'll be a fun experience. Ended up just getting another Pro controller, because this one has been doing fine enough, and it's easy enough to set up as well. That is so my luck to be on the back foot and have something go right. To the point where something goes wrong because it went right. But alright. My cat got the damage check for those curious. Except, you know, I'm not there to deal damage to it, and I had to cancel my own ring, and... Yep, full momentum based weapon. Every time you lose momentum, it sucks. And that's honestly just my problem with this weapon, is it is a complete momentum weapon in this game. And you lose it so often to so many silly things in this game. That's fine. I should have serened that. I'm not doing remotely enough serenes. And raw? No raw. I'll take the meter though. Bang bang. There's the raw. That's alright. But yeah, there's definitely a few things that were on my first build that Didn't mesh well with me. I don't know if I can still do this, but we'll try. Oh, I didn't do it at all. Yeah, Cool. Okay, that was a fantastic time for a Pyrac. I did not want to deal with him going away from me after all that. Maybe? I'm gonna get hit. Nope. Gimme. Level. It's not gonna hit me. Try to go at his foot. Good stacker. Okay, let's go get a wire bug. Oh, actually, I'm close to getting my Frenzied Bloodlust. Probably be worth it to just keep hitting him. Try going to the feet, but it still hit me and took Intrepid, which is fine. Nope. Also teaches you, or just playing the weapon in general, teaches you what stuff you can do counters out of, and which things you cannot. The amount of garbage you're choosing right now. All I'm trying to do is set up my ring again. Okay, cool. But yeah, it teaches you a lot. Just, honestly, just play the weapon. I just think Diablos is a really good starting point for it. Even Apex Diablos with Longsword is pretty fun, but good luck getting a quest with him. Especially one on his own or in an arena. So you don't have to travel and follow him around and ruin your momentum even more by chasing him around. And bop. Yep, that's the tail cut. Oh, it worked. Let's go. Get that powder mantle. That way. Jump at him. I should absolutely be doing more Serenes. That's why this hunt's taking so long, is I'm just not using like my highest damage tool. He also keeps doing this. Come on. Get over here. Thank you. Got a Serene cooked up. Okay. Just gonna roar as I land, which is fine. Or that. Okay. Cool. Nice, it actually hit the wing. I didn't think it would. Should roar here, so I'm just gonna wait to Serene. Or don't. That's fine too. Can counter off it. You gonna roar, buddy? There it is. Bop. Bop. You should have been dead. This is taking so long because I've just not done a whole lot of damage to him, essentially. Let's chuck this down. I can counter off this. Or just don't read my input. That's alright. Get a little bit away because the head should reach. Or he's just going to go further than normal. That's fine too. There we go. And this is only with the basics of Longsword, at least. Special sheath slash. The basics of it. This is a fake out. So just delayed a tiny bit. But yeah, this is the basics of it, because there's a handful of monsters where you need to use different strategies, because like Ice Slash and Foresight won't get you through everything, essentially. Because the combos are too quick. But for the most part, all you really need to know is just like how to fight a Diablos and you'll be fine. He's so close to me. That's alright. Yep, shake it off, buddy. I love this game at times. I really do. Just not ignore the damage that I did to him before he went underground and before he just got away from me, essentially. Whoops. But that's fine. Should die here. Tried to get to his underbelly with it, which a few of the ticks did. He didn't hit me. Cool. Die? No death. Grab that. Chuck the ring down again. Missed. Cool. Does a full charge because he's tired. And there we go. Yeah, I learnt Longsword on Diablos, and I just kept bashing my head into it until I essentially could kill him while only getting hit twice, like only failing a counter twice, and that's just how I learnt. No other monsters. Didn't get technical with like Furious Rajang, even though I'm better at fighting Furious Rajang than this thing, because this guy can be very, very irregular when he wants to, like going underground or just missing Diablos over and over and over again, with resetting the hunt entirely whenever I got hit, or just counting how many times I got hit, trying to get it down to 0, which I don't think I happened. I think I got him down to like 2 hits. But yeah, I think initially this was my build. It had attack, crit, basically just good chunk of damage on there, except you'll notice there's barely any wire bug recovery stuff. All around, not a very comfortable build to use. It even had dereliction with bloodlust and strife, so I had to have a good chunk of red health, which means if I mess up once, I can't. And then I went to this one, which is basically the opposite. It's full comfort, still decent damage, more wire bug recovery, safer to use in general, no constant health drain outside of Bloodlust, which you use for Frenzy Bloodlust as well as the heal. I just changed it to what I figured out that I would prefer to use on a longsword, so it's somewhat bearable to use, because it definitely wasn't before. So as always, here is the build. All the augments are pretty simple to get. I only go with like 1 skill on everything basically, because it's a headache to go for 2, and I'm not modding anything, so it takes a while. Got an attack boost 3, element exploit 1 with 3 2 slots, and here are the skills and decorations. Of course, all the green numbers are from decorations. If you wanted to screenshot there, and there you can. But yeah, I guess that was how I forced myself to learn longsword. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.